Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the third episode of Mommy Mayhem. Our series is wrapping up. Because I know that this video is going to be a little bit behind schedule, you'll probably get 2 videos in 1 week and that'll be the end of our Mommy Mayhem series. So if you were sticking with me throughout this whole thing, I really do appreciate you guys. As the title of this video implies, we're going to be talking about being a young parent and just some things that I had to adjust to. I am currently 24, so I don't particularly consider myself a young parent anymore because I'm 24. But they're like everybody else in the entire world considers me a young parent, so I'm a young parent. And when I definitely started the motherhood journey, I was 22 when I had Riley and I was 21 when I was pregnant. So I am definitely a young parent like that. I was barely out of college when I had a baby. Like, yeah, I wasn't even 6 months post-graduation when I had her. Okay, so basically this video has 4 topics and we're just gonna jump right into them. I have my handy dandy iPad with my notes so that we have a little bit of structure. So the first thing about being a young parent that was kind of like a reality check to me was adjusting to this new role of responsibility. Before I had Riley, I was like, I don't want to be anybody's role model. Nobody look up to me because I'm young and I'm trying to be out here and I'm trying to find myself and I'm making mistakes and, you know, I'm becoming the person that I'm meant to be. Well, once you become a parent, that process is accelerated. And I had 9 months to get it together and get it together fast. So that was definitely an adjustment because now I'm out here, I'm somebody's mom. It was like really crazy to think about being in charge of someone or somebody's entire world, somebody's role model, somebody's mom. Okay, I am somebody's mom. And that is like a lot of pressure, especially when you're 21. That was a big thing because at this point, you know, my decisions, every decision I make is going to affect Riley. It's going to affect her today, it'll affect her tomorrow, and it'll affect her future, you know? So it's a lot of pressure. And so second thing that I had to adjust to was learning my new limits. This wasn't super hard for me because I did move, so I wasn't down in Charlotte with my friends and I wasn't doing Charlotte things anymore because I was now in Virginia and living with my family. I did still have to learn limits. I had to say no to friends and activities. Since I had a baby, so many of my friends have gone on trips. And I was not able to go to any of them. Some of them I wasn't even invited to because my friends already know the answer is no. Another thing as far as limits is there are monetary limits. I was never one who was super good at money management, and I've gotten better as now that I have a child, but you know, I still have improvements because nobody's perfect and I'm definitely not perfect in the money management department. But I had to fix what I was doing before. And you know, now when I'm throwing out some pennies, I'm like, I put some thought behind it. Do I really need this? Do I really need this? And if I buy this, is it going to affect like one of these bills or buying diapers, formulas, whatever the case it was that was on the table at the time? So I had to really adjust to that. Also, there are new limits with your body. Things change, things look different. Body mechanisms are different, such as after you have a baby, you are not about to run a 5K. So if that's your thing, you know, you have to recondition for that. And even for me, throughout my pregnancy, I had to stay active. And I had to, like, especially my 3rd trimester, I was walking like 30 minutes a day. Just nice, simple walk on the treadmill. But still, after I had her, 30 minutes of walking went out the window. And when I did reintroduce myself to the gym, it was like literally real tears. Things were different. And I had to recondition. So I had to recondition myself in so many ways, mentally, monetarily, physically. There was a lot of reconditioning because there are now new limits in your life. And again, just as a young parent, sometimes you don't realize like how much you are signing up for with that. Next thing that was an adjustment, and that was like a wake-up call again, was learning my parenting style. Yeah, and that's something that is still developing for me, and it's also something that I've noticed changes throughout every stage of development that your child goes through. You are going to be a different parent to an infant. You are a different parent to a toddler. You're a different parent to a preschooler. You're a different parent to an adolescent. Your parenting style changes because your child's needs change, their behavior changes, and you know, things are just going to be different through each stage of their life. And plus, as they're going through their stages of life, you're going through different stages of life too. Like me as a mom at 24, I'm going to be, you know, it's going to be completely different from how I am at a mom at 34. So my parenting style is pretty laxed, and that might be something that I have to change, you know, as she does go to preschool, as she does go to primary school and stuff. That might be something that I have to change to be like more intermediate. And if she thinks she's gonna be an out of control teenager, you know, I might have to get a little strict or something. You know, at 20 something years old, you know, parenting style, you're like, what? That's pretty overwhelming, and you have to learn and develop that. It's a reality check. And the last thing, this is a really, really big thing that I had to come to terms with as a young parent. You know what? I just realized they're out there mowing the lawn, and if this messed up my entire video, I'm gonna be so mad. But dealing with judgment, there are a lot of people out there who will judge you as a young parent. You don't know what you're doing. You're too young to be a parent. I can't believe you're out here parenting somebody and you're not married. Like, people will voice it. People will look at you. So yeah, the judgment is real. And like, even when I was pregnant, and like I said, I'm pregnant at 21. And actually up here when I was really experiencing that, I was 22. So even when I was pregnant, I hated going to like the classes, like my labor and delivery class. I hated going to them because walking in, I knew that I was going to be the only person there by myself. My mom wasn't coming with me to those classes. I think my dad might have came to one, which at least I wasn't by myself. But the first one, I remember the first one, I went by myself and it was awful. I did not stay for the tour. I didn't want to see no stinking tour and be around all these couples. And I felt like people were judging me. I live in a very like military oriented place. And so even though I remember that day, I was like, maybe I should put my ring on my left hand. So then people will just think my husband's at work and he's coming later. Like, it was just, I just felt like everybody was staring at me. And then, you know, as the journey continued, like, people will say stuff like, oh, you're too young to be a mom. And girl, I can't believe you have a kid. Hey. People will judge how you parent. Like, even still to this day, when I go out, if Riley, like, throws a temper tantrum or something, I'm like, the whole entire place is looking at me. And they think I'm a bad mom because I can't control my child, because I look like a child. It's really like hard to deal with all of that, and to just feel like all eyes are on you. I feel like I have to be perfect all the time. It's easier for me to stay at home. there's less eyes at home. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Riley's vlogging too. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in our next and our last Mommy Mayhem video. Hate it. Or do you advise for other girls to be more careful? I do not wish I waited to have Riley, because I feel like Riley has opened a lot of happiness, a lot of love, a lot of opportunities for